Hello everyone, bonjour. C'est vraiment un plaisir d'être ici avec nos partenaires at Corner for Veterans. Tonight we are proud to present the Commitment to Excellence Award. Thank you very much. This award recognizes individuals who have demonstrated exceptional dedication to supporting Canadian Armed Forces veterans as they transition into and thrive within Canada's innovation ecosystem. Our recipients are not only making a meaningful impact, they're setting the standard. Their leadership, commitment, and forward-thinking approach are helping shape the future of veteran support and technology in this country. Our first recipient currently serves as Canada's Minister of AI and Digital Innovation, the first to hold this newly established cabinet position. Can anyone guess who that might be? Through his leadership, Canada is advancing in artificial intelligence and emerging technologies in a way that creates real opportunity, especially for those transitioning from military service into civilian careers. For many of our students, these efforts translate directly into opportunity, into security, and into the chance to build a new mission in some of Canada's most forward-looking industries. Tonight, we recognize not only a leader in innovation, but a true supporter of those who have served. Please join me in congratulating the Honourable Evan Solomon.
Hold on, I'll put that down.
Thanks, sir.
Merci, merci Jeff, merci Kevin. Bonsoir tout le monde, c'est un grand honneur d'être ici avec mes collègues et tout le monde ici. I want to offer my sincere congratulations to Senator Rebecca Patterson and MP Blake Richards, who I've known for a long time. Fantastic work. I want to welcome other members of Parliament here. I know many have been here, and I saw, I think, Marilyn Gladu was here and others. The former Minister of Defense and our current Minister of Foreign Affairs, Anita Anand, is here, always a tremendous leader and supporter of the men and women in uniform. I want to also say Claude Gay, who, if you look in the pamphlet, Claude was the former president of IBM, and IBM was a big supporter of this program, and it's come to life, and there's Claude here. Claude also... It's doubly poignant because Claude's son is serving currently with the men and women in uniform and protecting all of us. So Claude, your family, for your commitment, I want to thank you. Senator Henkel, who I was just with at the Senate of the whole. And I also want to acknowledge General Rick Hillier, who I've known for many, many, many years, since I think when we first met just before the war in Afghanistan started. Your service, your leadership, your commitment to the country is ongoing and tremendous. I always appreciate seeing General Hillier here, and all of you, the veterans, the men and women who have served, first and foremost. Thank you for your service and for lowering your standards and offering me an award. That's always a double pleasure. I will just say quickly, I've had that pleasure, the honor of being with the men and women in uniform many times when I was a journalist in the field. I think especially tonight about being on HMCS Charlottetown, which was sailing out of Bahrain in the Persian Gulf, and I spent a number of time on that ship with the men and women. I always say that any person in this country that wants to see the greatest that this country can offer is to spend time with the men and women in uniform in the field, how they serve, what they do every day, what they give selflessly. They do it, and they do it, and they have done it, frankly, in a very MacGyver fashion. And that has to stop, and that is stopping. And this government, I am proud to say, and I will say in a nonpartisan way, with support of every party, are supporting the men and women in uniform. We believe in the men in uniform. We're going to pay the men in uniform and their families to make sure that they have what they need. And we need to take care of them afterwards. And this tonight is part of it. Nous sommes réunis ce soir pour rendre hommage à une initiative qui compte vraiment aider les anciens combattants à se réinsérer dans la vie civile grâce à des carrières dans le secteur de technologie. When one of our great men and women are released from the Canadian Armed Forces, They're not just changing jobs, they're rebuilding their identity, their routine, and their sense of belonging. And I would be remiss to say that in our government, Minister McKnight is the person that we look to for this leadership to make sure all of this happens. And she is leading the charge to make sure that our men and women in uniform are taken care of and these programs happen. And to see Jill McKnight here and to see your leadership, to see your dedication, to see your commitment to vets in all the ways is absolutely inspiring. Total commitment, and a pleasure to see you serve here and to follow your leadership. And Mr. McKnight, or Jill as she would insist on being called by everybody, she's led the support for programs that make sure veterans have the support that brings them something that they cannot be taught in any classroom or replicated in any algorithm, which is the work being done by Coding for Veterans. And making sure that the need to continue to have that education throughout their life. As Minister of AI, I also believe that our responsibility is to make sure that this technological shift, and I like to say we are at a geopolitical realignment and a political revolution are happening at the same time. The Prime Minister calls it a hinge moment, a Gutenberg moment, but it's a moment where we better take our men and women in uniform seriously and thank them, because this is transformational, and we need to make sure that we arm not just our men and women in uniform, but every Canadian with the skills they need to take advantage of this technology and build our country strong. And in building our national AI strategy, we are guided by the North Star of AI for all. And when we say AI for all, we mean it, and especially for our men and women who have served our country. Coding for Vets pushes forward our goal. AI for all, not just retraining vets, reservists, and active duty members for a new career, but changing the trajectory of people's lives. I think Jeff was saying to me, the average income of a vet who served about $50,000. After you do Coding for Vets, it's like $80,000, $82,000. So that education, that training makes a material difference. I just want to close by saying we have asked the men and women in uniform to do a lot. We continue to ask the men in uniform to do a lot. And in the world we are entering, we will ask more and more. And we will be there to support the men and women when they are veterans. This program is inspiring. It starts with someone with an idea and continues, I think, a couple people, now you've got 1,000. We owe it to the men in uniform to support programs like this, as they didn't hesitate to serve us. And I want to thank Jeff, I want to thank Kevin, I want to thank the whole organization. It is an absolute honor to be, in a tiny way, even associated with the kind of team that supports our vets and will continue to. Merci. Thank you very much.